Hello and welcome to Skyrim. I'm Lee Sass, and this is the first video I shall be doing after the introduction and the character creation that I did. I wanted to read you something on this as well. It's quite interesting on the quests. Let's not go to the map. Live another life. So this varies every time you start again with this Live Another Life mod. Finally, I thought this trip would never end. I must have been out of my mind to set sail on such a rotted out vessel. I swear the crew spent more time bailing water and throwing chunks of ice overboard than they did making sure we stayed on course. Thankfully we arrived safely. Even if we'd sunk, there was nothing left for me to back home anyway. Time to take what little I still have and start over. Now, apart from the bit at the end there about nothing left back home, I quite like the introduction there. I'd imagine as a merchant, a fairly well-off merchant, suddenly coming to Skyrim, he had a bit of a shock. I think he's probably regretting doing this now. He's not quite thought things out. Not follower. He's possibly not thought things out very well, and he's now feeling a little trepidatious about what he's done.
Do the work the Nords don't want to do.
Scouts many marshes.
We're used to getting by on scraps, but the Shatter Shields want everything for nothing.
How long? Oh, okay. Let's pick something appropriate. How long have you lived in Windhelm? Just conversational.
I came here as a hatchling. The only thing colder than Skyrim is the Nords themselves, but we stick together.
I know what you mean. It was a pretty nasty journey, I'd imagine, that I had to get here. It wasn't too pleasant at all, and I'm now very freezing and a little nervous about what I've put myself in for here.
We work where we can get work. The Nords don't like unloading their ships, so we do it instead. Sometimes
what's happening over there? Sorry, Scouts many marshes boys.
I wish the Nords, our guardians,
what's going on?
Got along better.
Goodness, this place is insane. I have got. There's robbers and things. Oh my god. Hold on a second. What's? I have got a number of mods going on here, and there are more robbers and things. Are you not coming for me? You're not coming for me, are you? I'm not really ready for this sort of thing. My goodness, I've got a number of mods going on, and robbers and things can occur, and various other travellers, and chaos. I don't. This guy doesn't seem particularly bothered. This sooty sea dog over here. There goes some travellers. Okay, I think we're probably okay. I don't think they were after me. God, what a savage place Skyrim is. How about you, Gort?
Looking to hire a boat?
No, I don't want to hire your boat, thank you. I'm going for a walk. Okay, let's take our first... Well, how do we look, by the way? Yeah, we're fairly... You know, we're not dressed particularly warmly. I think equipment's going to be one of the first things, but I know that there's a shrine in Windhelm. One of the things I read about Windhelm that was interesting is the fact that they still have shrines to Talos here, which of course is Talos worship is banned in the Imperial City. So I'd like to start by visiting the shrine here, but I have no idea where I'm going, having never visited the city before, and it's probably a bit of a nasty shock. Freezing cold weather to come into, snow blowing into your face, a miserable journey. Let us wander up to the hopefully to where the city is. I'm not sure. Let's get off the docks for a start. Get into the main part of the city, hopefully, around this way, and we'll see what we find. And again, come up Imperial City. Imperial City is white, but not white with snow, like this place. I'm expecting to find many things different from how it is in the Imperial City. So, and we've got some bit of money on us. We need to buy some supplies. That's fairly clear. We're going to go out into the wilds, so we'll need some armour. Must be a better weapon. Some potions to keep ourselves safe. I don't think Striker has really any idea how dangerous he is going to be out there, but you know, he knows enough to try and protect himself to visit the various cities.
Hi, mister. Would you like to buy some flowers?
Hello, young lady. Okay, what do you have?
Not much, but I hope you like them.
Yes, I know about bartering. What have you got, Sophie? A blue mountain flower. Dragon's tongue. Well, I haven't got a lot of money. That dragon tongue's a bit expensive, I'm afraid. I've only got just a little over 300 gold. I need to buy a lot of equipment. But you seem, you know, like you could do with some help. So I'll spend some money on you. I don't see why not. Where are your parents?
They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do?
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I can't adopt you. I've got nowhere to live. I'm very sorry about that, Sophie.
Stop by again.
It must be a very difficult place to live. I don't know how you're surviving out on the streets like this. Obviously, you Nord children are a lot tougher than I'm used to. I'm already even happier now that I've put your flowers. That fits well with the charity and the good deeds that Striker would like to achieve in his pilgrimage. And what do we have here? This is this is a good sign, isn't it?
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brotherhood. But who's going to stop him? Me? I'll have no part of that.
What is part of this city? I come into the city. No, I'm not going to talk to Aventino. I'm not tempted to do that. I come into the city.
What is it, Imperial?
People are getting robbed already. There's a young lady's living on the street trying to sell flowers to survive. This place is mad.
What is it?
By the way, I'm aware of I will be aware of the Civil War. It's pretty big talk back home in the Imperial City, so I'm aware of who the Stormcloaks are and what's going on around here. But my opinions, I'm not sure about it. But there we go, very auspicious. As soon as I come in, first thing I meet, I find a shrine to Talos, and I think I've got the perfect thing to do here. Actually, thanks to Sophie, I would like to leave a small offering. I think. Have 2 flowers. Doesn't seem much, I know, but you know.
Hey, you dropped this back there.
Don't get... Sophie, thank you, but I don't actually want you to... Perhaps they don't. Perhaps the Nords don't understand this sort of thing. Perhaps they eat a flower. Really? Okay. I don't want to eat a flower. Thank you very much. I understand the idea of leaving an offering in some way. There we go. Oh, and a blessing as well from Talos. Thank you very much. Well, this isn't. I don't think this is the shrine. I'm knocking the offerings around. I don't think this is the shrine we were talking about. Here, no one saw me take that. Let's put that back. Hold on 1 second. Let me put this flower back. I didn't mean. You're not going to take my blessing away for doing that. I didn't mean to pick it up. I'm just looking at it. Okay. Well, as part of my visiting to the shrines, I think I will be, making some prayers and things. But I don't think this is actually the shrine. I'm pretty sure this isn't the great shrine to Talos. So let's keep on wandering further into the city. My goodness, look at these icicles. Is that normal? I'm not sure what part of the year are we in here, but is it like that all the time around here? And the wind. Well, if a young girl can last out on the streets out here with nowhere to live, I'm sure I probably can survive, but I won't mind finding an inn at some point. Not the most welcoming. These don't look like shops to me, they look like houses. Oh my goodness, what's going on?
We haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies?
Oh, nice.
You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Oh.
Terrifying.
You hate the Dark Elves. Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave?
No, I don't hate Dark Elves more than anybody else.
You've come to the wrong city then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking.
So I see.
Unworthy of one such as you.
I thought those Nords were trying to give you some trouble.
Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us. But Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one.
Why would everyone think you're a spy?
Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying.
Sorry to hear that, Savaris. What place have I come to here? I mean, my goodness. What a place these Nords... I hope this is not indicative of the whole of what Skyrim is like. This is not been a pleasant start to the day, really. This looks like an inn. The Candlehearth Hall. Well, I'm not here for an inn. I should have asked Savaris where the shrine was. We've got a guy chopping wood over here. I saw over here as we came through. I presume this is the Imperial. Not the Imperial, rather. This is the main building. This is where the Jarl would be. At the palace. I don't know. What does this say? It's like a gravestone. Wolfhearth of Atmora. Well, there you go, one of the Jarls. I think I can quite read it. What does it say? Something about the Skyrim of the Alessen heresy. Worn out with time. It's supposed to be a very, very old city. Windhelm. An ancient city, one of the oldest. Could do with some repair, though. I imagine that. I don't know how the stone survives in the constant freeze and thaw, but maybe you don't get much of a thaw around here. Maybe it's like this all the time. I don't think I want to go in the palace. What's this? Ah! Must be the sign outside.
Talos? He founded the Empire.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. I know my
To
history.
receive the blessing of Talos, you have only to pray at the altar.
Well, I'm already fairly aware of Talos, but I probably don't hear much about it living in Cyrodiil, as we're not allowed to worship him. Probably people don't talk about him very much either. So what do you say about this, Jorah?
Talos, who in life was known as Tiber Septim, united Tamriel and founded the Empire. He was rewarded for his deeds by being joined with the Divines in eternal glory, the only mortal to do so. We worship him that we might follow in his path. We can't literally join him in the heavens, but we may do our best to know them here on Nirn.
Wow. Are the people of Windhelm very devout?
Like anyone, a crisis will push them towards devotion. I've been seeing a lot of the Shatter Shields since they lost their daughter. Hilevi Cruelseat comes in a lot, but I haven't seen her husband here in years. Ulfric prays for strength. I speak to Captain Lonelygale, but he doesn't spend much time here. Too busy.
Goodness. Okay.
Blessings of Arkay be upon you.
I'm glad this is the first of the shrines that I'm visiting. The one that I'm not allowed to, officially not allowed to worship. You know, as far as Stryko's concerned, it doesn't really matter. There are 9 divines. As an Imperial, he's pretty quite keen on the idea of worshipping all of them, but you have to follow the White Gold Concordant. So, I think it's pretty quite a relief to come into the peace and sanctuary of this, after all the craziness that's outside. So, I think as first part of the pilgrimage, probably to spend an hour or so praying in the temple is a perfectly reasonable idea, and a good start to the pilgrimage. But now, mighty Talos, I must move on to other places. I need to start planning my journey. So the next plan is to head west, heading across to eventually to Solitude, which is a bit of a trip, and it's my first proper trip out of the wild. And you know, as miserable as the ship journey was, at least there was some safety. You weren't about to be robbed or anything else. So I need to get some equipment. Who's this gentleman here?
I lost my family years ago. Truth is, I don't really know what keeps me going.
Wow, goodness, this is a miserable city, isn't it? I didn't actually hear anything about murders, so... What's there to do in the city, Captain?
If you're looking to pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're
Where's the
after,
market?
there's Candlehearth Hall.
Okay, so we found the inn already. That's good. I have no interest in whatever that oddity shop they were talking about. That's not a very pious thing to do, to go and stare at odd things. What kind of captain are you, Captain?
Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck.
Lonely's about right, my goodness. Who are the main people in the city?
There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelsea see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent.
Okay, well thank you, Captain. It's very nice of you. Thank you. Well, okay, thank you. I don't think I'm going to go in and see if the Jarl wants to see me. I shouldn't think he wants a wandering pilgrim coming into his palace. We've heard about the clans. I presume they're the ruling people of the city, the Shattershields, was that, and the others, and other gentlemen. What I want to find is the market, really, and then we can spend the night in here. Hello.
James, can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Got to have the little bits too.
Ah. Okay, thank you, Nils. Unasked for information there. Well, there we go. Well, I've been that way. Let's wander over this way, see what we can find. I think he might have been the chap over here we saw earlier, chopping wood. Well, what's the time now, anyway? It's getting on into the mid-afternoon. I can hear a smithy somewhere, which is a good sign. Oof, could do with some fur clothes, quite frankly, in this place. Yes, here we go, a smithy. And that could be the market over there. Let's see what these guys have got to say for themselves. Which of you is the blacksmith? Hello?
Everyone says Jorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few minds about that.
Ah, an ambitious man.
Need some metal hammered.
Are you the castle blacksmith?
Of course I am. What do I look like, a tavern wench? Don't let my words cut you too deep. I've just been working the forge too hard, trying to set this sword right.
That's okay, Angel, I'm not offended. What's special about this sword, then?
Jarl wants it to look like an ancient blade. High Queen Fridis ruled over Windhelm in the Second Era, and her sword was legendary. Getting the real sword would be even better than making a copy. But no one wants to risk getting it from its resting place. If you find that sword, traveler, I'll be grateful.
I think you want an adventurer for that. I don't think I'll be doing that sort of quest, thank you very much. Has the war been good business for you?
I don't see these troubles as business. This is a labor of honor. To bring Ulfric his rightful glory, I would hammer 1,000 shields.
Don't mind me.
Shore's bones. I might just have to.
My goodness. Well, don't take the fact that I'm an Imperial as a sign that I'm not interested in your struggle here. What have you got for sale anyway here?
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Well, a bit of both actually. What do you have here? You have. I might need to get. I haven't used a bow for many years, but I have to get myself a bow, if nothing else, for some hunting, maybe to keep myself alive in the wilderness. I don't know. I wouldn't mind a steel sword. That's gonna be like half my money, though. My goodness, what else have you got? Some basic armour? Well, that's magical armour. I can't afford magical armour. A shield would be nice. I don't know what to go for first, really. Leather armour and things. That would be good. I haven't even got armour on. I've just got my clothes. I don't know why I didn't buy any armour to come here. First place. I thought it'd be cheaper to get it when I'm here. I don't know. I've only got my iron sword to say. Well, I want to talk to the other merchants first, Uncle, then I'll come back to you.
Don't forget, you find Queen Fridis' sword, I'll reward you.
Yeah, okay. If I find it lying around, I'll bring it back to you. Goodness.